Well, if it isn't our favorite tusked titan, Tuffy the Titan, getting ready for another year of school, no doubt. As a sophomore this year, I bet you feel more prepared for the upcoming semester. Now you know your way around and don't have to deal with that overwhelming freshman orientation. Tuffy, hello? You still there? I suppose we're accompanying him on his trip down memory lane. Sorry. But you know what they say. An elephant never forgets. Now he's onto something. With the positive memories of being excited, it's only natural that you also remember the major stresses of starting college. Ahem. Entrance counseling, eh? That sounds extremely helpful, especially when you already feel like you may go mad with all there is to learn. Get it? Counseling? Counseling. As though you were losing your mind. Anyway, moving on. Once you go to studentloans.gov, most of the answers you'll need are right there online. Applying for federal loans has to be done through FAFSA, which stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. This is done by filling out and turning in FAFSA paperwork through the U.S. Department of Education, and is different than other private institutions you can apply to for loans. Thankfully, Tuffy applied and was declared eligible for student loans. Now, one of the most important things to remember is to borrow as little as possible. There are various repayment options available based on certain factors, but the best plan is to borrow as little as you can. There are two major types of loans, subsidized and unsubsidized. Imagine that every time you purchased something on campus, the tax you were supposed to have to pay with it went straight to the government. They literally got the bill for that extra tax every single time you bought anything from a book to paying rent at the dorms. That's kind of how taking out a subsidized loan is. If Tuffy takes out a subsidized loan, the government will pay the interest during his time at school. However, the other big type of loan is unsubsidized. Now these loans tend to be a little bit bigger. So maybe you needed money for tuition, books, a bit of rent, and maybe a few other big expenses as well. You might require an unsubsidized loan, which means that the government won't pay that extra tax, which is the interest you incur while obtaining loans. The good thing is, you have the option of deferment. This means that students are actually given 6 months after graduation before they have to start paying these loans and their potential interest back. Financial loan advisors will still tell you that it's a good idea to start paying them back as soon as possible. It's better to put a dent in your debt before it becomes too large. If you're unable to pay off your loans, you may fall into default. That means that you are ineligible to apply for any grants or loans from the federal government. None at all. That means you may only have peanuts to help you pay for school. And as you can see, this isn't good for anyone. There are other measures you can take to keep from going into default. Forbearance is one of those options. You can take on the interest payments the government would have otherwise paid, but it will save you from going into default. Wait, Tuffy, we have much more to cover. You're right, Tuffy. Class first. More to learn later.